Sara Rosario. I am running for school board in Area B.
Yeah, they said
Oh.
but they wanted to know exactly where your district is.
Oh, Area B.
What areas does it
Oh,
cover?
the Area B is a kind of a small pocket on the southeast section of Simi Valley between Madeira. I think it goes to Erringer, but it doesn't go up into Bridle Path too far, and I think it stops at the 118.
Yeah.
So it's like this little box. They stuck me in a box. Is that about right? Is that right? I think that was right. Yeah. A little bit about myself. I have been in Simi Valley for 24 plus years. I was born in Thousand Oaks, grew up in Agora. My parents came to see me when I was about 13, and then from there we moved around the country and then came back. And then I moved to the East Coast, and then my husband's job brought us back. So I'm staying in Simi Valley for a while. My children, I have 2 daughters, and they have gone through the school system here. COVID was an eye-opener for me. Listening in on the Zoom calls and the Zoom classes, and that happened around January 6th, and that was like a big topic for a lot of teachers during that time. But the reason I am running is because I believe in classical education, and I think our children need a better education or a better focus on academics, and it needs to be a strong academics. Keep nodding, so I really like talking to you. So, but I just think I can make a difference. I'm a mother, and I think that's the biggest qualifier, because as a parent, there were times I did not feel heard by either the teacher or the school board or the superintendent or whoever I had to speak to. Sometimes you don't feel heard as a parent. Sometimes you're not aware of what's going on because the school board meetings happen at night, you're a working parent, you're tired, and you just don't have time. So if I can make a difference in that and opening that communication between parents and teachers and let them know what's going on with their children, I think that would be a big difference. So. I'm really not into politics, so this is very new to me. But is there any? I really don't like talking about myself, but
I just have one comment. It seems to me that we just heard 3 school board nominees, right? That are all pretty much on the classical education path, and there's 5 on the board. So you were talking about majority. Sounds to me like we're on the.
I hope so. I hope so. I think we could really make a positive difference for our children, and I think we would be a good team. Yes, ma'am.
Are you prepared to be brave and strong?
Am I prepared to be what?
Brave and strong.
Brave and strong? Yes, I absolutely am. My husband is a combat vet.
Yeah.
And if
You're very kind, you're very sweet, and this is new, but they're ruthless.
I am learning that. I come from a place. I'm a Christian, and I believe in the tenet of Christianity, that is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and to love your neighbor as yourself, even those you don't agree with, especially those you don't agree with. So I will do my best to, even those who probably don't like me, don't like my message, or they don't agree with me, I'm still going to love them regardless, and communicate with them as best as I am able to.
Good for you.
Yes, Joe.
Who is your opponent, and is he eligible to serve another term on the school board?
Mr. Gibran is, so I don't know if people are aware, but there was Measure Y that was passed, I believe, in 2018, and that says that school board members have term limits, and it's 4 years. Mr. Gibran, as I am aware, is running for a 3rd term in accordance with how Measure Y has outlined. So, it's, from what I'm aware of, yes, he is outside of that. But someone else raise your hand over here. Oh, ma'am.
As a mother, when you ran into something you didn't like or didn't understand, and you talked to the teacher, you talked to the principal or the superintendent, Did you ever feel that there was any kickback against your kids? I think, you know, from a parent's standpoint, they're always afraid to put their head above the radar screen because, you know, something's gonna happen to them.
I will say, from
Repeat the
my,
question.
oh, sorry, shoot, sorry. You wanted to know, if I got, when I would speak to the teachers or the school board, if I got kickback or any sort of flack, or if my child was punished in any sort of way, I will say no. I will say that I think teachers have a really difficult balancing act. So, but from what I saw, they did not retaliate against my daughter if I had brought up an issue. So I think we do have good teachers. So there are two in the back. Sorry. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I have been to the Simi Valley Unified School District meetings many a times. They do not listen to the parents, period, at all, whatsoever. Will you, and I guess this goes to all of the other school board people, will you actually listen and try to do what the parents are asking for the benefit of our children?
Absolutely. Parents. Oh, sorry. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. So the question is, when parents go to the school boards, they are not heard, correct? And will I, if I'm on the school board, will I listen to the parents? Absolutely, I will listen to the parents because parents are the first educators of our children. Period. We, before and after school, we will be there for our children. And this is just a period of time for our kids in schools. So yes, we need to be there. And I think you had a question too in the back.
I've heard you speak before, and I've heard your why, but I think I want to hear it again.
What'd you say?
She's heard me speak before and she knows my why, and you want to know my why again. Many reasons. I have many reasons why I am running for school board. The main reason is that I am an advocate for the parents.
Good.
The second is we need better academics.
Yeah.
We need to focus on this. I think Dr. Ron said it best about there's a discrepancy between what they're learning in school and the test scores.
Right.
And I know for my daughter that when she was in school, she would study and then take a test, and she said half the stuff I was studying wasn't even on the test. So there's a disconnect there, and I think we need to work on that, and we need to work with the teachers on that as well. Does that answer your question? Kind of. Yes.
Sarah, I know you're new to politics, but normally there is staff, administrators, and they are the gatekeepers. They are the gatekeepers that keep you from knowing what's really happening. And so, what do you think you can do? What is your, as far as if knowing that they're gatekeepers, knowing that they're trying to handle situations and so it doesn't get to your attention, how do you see yourself working with staff and administration to build a real open relationship?
So the question is, who is it? The school staff keeping
Just
things.
in general, I mean, usually you have staff, you have administration, and then there's you know, the board or whatever. It's just how, remember, it's just, you're there one time, you only know what they tell you.
And that this is true. I think the best way to. So the question is, how would I go around making sure that the school board is well informed, so we don't have any people who are trying to gatekeep information from us. I think the best way to do that is being involved and actually going to the schools, talking to the students, talking to the teachers. And that might piss off the teachers union, but that's okay. I'm happy to piss them off. So we need to make sure that we are engaging and that we are involved. And I think so far from what I've heard, those who are running want that. They want to be involved. And we're not gonna let them lie to us. Stacy, hi.
What can the school board do to improve our school safety?
Well, I think they need to be working with the police department. And coming from my husband's background is in law enforcement, there are several ways that we can improve on those. And I think but the first step is working alongside the police department and being a partner with them. So they absolutely have to be involved and be in the know. Does that answer your question? Okay. Is that it?